Hi, welcome to our next level 3 simultaneous equations video. In this video, we're going to kick into how to solve simultaneous equations using algebra. It's the first of 2 videos. Alright, here is the example we're going to solve. We're going to solve these 3 simultaneous equations. I prefer to call them equations A, B, and C. We're going to use a method called the elimination method. And we're going to start off by eliminating x. Now, I'm going to eliminate x in this example, but you could choose to eliminate y first or eliminate z first. I can actually see an easier way I think that would eliminate y, but I'm going to go through the process of just eliminating x to show you the full process. Well, we only ever use 2 equations at a time, so I'm for now going to ignore equation C and work with equations A and B. Let's start off with equation A and multiply everything in it by 3. Why 3? Because there's a coefficient of 3 in the other equation we're using. So, 20x times 3, 5y times 3, 90z times 3, and 1550 times 3. Right, now we're going to move on to equation B. And we're going to multiply everything by 20. Why is everything getting times by 20? Because the coefficient of x is the one we're trying to eliminate, and the coefficient in the other equation is 20. So 3x times 20, y times 20, 3z times 20, and 140 times 20. Now, the purpose of what we've done is create 2 new equations, and notice both of them have the same coefficient for x. That's how we're going to eliminate them. We're going to subtract them. So what we're going to do is subtract them. 60x minus 60x is 0, which eliminates. Now, 15y, take away 20y. That leaves us with negative 5y. 270z. Take away 60z, that's plus 210z, and 4,650 take away 2,800 leaves us with 1,850. Now I'm going to call this person equation D, and I'm going to pop them down in this box to be used later on. Well, let's start that whole process again. We're still eliminating x, but this time we're going to pick 2 new equations. So this time I'm going to forget about equation A and use equations B and C. All right, well, let's start off with equation B and multiply everything by 4. Why 4, you're asking? Because the coefficient of x in the other equation we're using is 4. So 3x times 4, y times 4, 3z times 4, and 140 times 4. Right, let's move to equation C and multiply everything in equation C by 3. Why 3? Because that's the coefficient of x in our other equation. So 4x times 3, 2y times 3, 13z times 3, and 310 times 3. Now, notice once again we have the same coefficient of x in our 2 new equations. That's how we're going to eliminate x. So we're going to do a subtraction. 12x minus 12x is 0 and it disappears, eliminates. But when I go to 4y minus 6y, I'm going to be clever and do the bottom equation minus the top. 6y minus 4y is 2y. But I have to stick to that. I have to go bottom minus top. 39z minus 12z is 27z. And 930 minus 560 is 370. Now I'm calling this person equation E. And I'm going to pop equation E back into my box here. So what I've done now is create 2 new equations from this process, equation D and E. Both of them have only y's and z's. The x's have eliminated, and we're going to show you how we use these equations to carry on and solve for x, y, and z in the next video.